Hi, I am Taylor,
And I'm Nicole.
and this is the Glitter and Cat Litter podcast. In this episode, we share that it's been 10 years since we've been together. So, well, since recording this, it's been 10 years. You're getting this slightly later.
It'll still be 10 years.
It's still 10 years, pretty much. But we talk about the story of that and meeting, and we bring up some Tom's shoes. We're just kind of, we're on a journey. I talk about cameras for a bit. You get a whole TED talk on cameras, pretty much. No, a Taylor talk on cameras.
Wow.
Send it. If you, if this is your first time here, thanks for joining us. Smack that like button, please.
Smack it.
Smack it.
Don't smash it. Smack it.
Smack it. Subscribe if you haven't. If you want episodes early, we have some exclusives. You can sign up on glitterandcatlitter.com or on YouTube. Enjoy.
Glitter and Cat Litter.
Glitter and Cat Litter. Oh, wait, you know what I didn't do?
For what?
Oh, you love it.
What'd you do?
So there's this rule in photography called the 180-degree rule, and I'm really gonna butcher it, but it's.
I only know the rule of thirds.
There's a lot of rules.
I don't like rules.
There's a lot of rules. So it's called the 180-degree rule because the shutter speed. Okay, there's three things that for a camera.
Okay.
Look at this. It's a triangle. For all you audio listeners, I'm making a really bad triangle with my fingies. So there is shutter speed, there's aperture, and there's ISO. Most of this is just, I'm just giving you a quick little rundown of cameras. Just refreshing Nicole.
Thank you, because I get very confused.
ISO. Now, anybody that does camera stuff, I know how it works. My definition of how it works may not be the most technically correct, but
I think you're gonna upset people.
Maybe. The ISO is basically like the digital brightness of the sensor.
Yes.
And then, which in film times was called ASA, or is now still ISO. So like when people, if you have heard of anybody talk about a film and they're like, oh, I shoot Kodak Gold 200. The 200 is the ISO. The lower the number, the darker.
Yes.
So the lower the number, the brighter your subject needs to be. So like 200 or 160 should be outside, sunny, bright day, middle of the day, the end. And then there's like 400 and 800 and 1600 and 3200 and some other numbers. But the higher you go on the digital stuff, the more noise you get. So it looks more grainy, but it looks more like pixely and kind of noisy. Think about like a old school TV that has like all the TV noise.
Yeah.
That's kind of what ends up being over pictures, the higher the ISO.
Oh.
And then, so then aperture is...
Wait, can I guess?
Mm-hmm.
It's how big the shutter opens.
No. So close.
Dang
It's how big the rings of the lens open. The like blades of the lens. No, you said shutter. Shutter's a different thing. Here, I can show an example.
What? Oh, it's been years. When Taylor first got a camera, we sat down with his friend and he explained all of this and explained like photography. And I was there and I don't remember anything. They aren't going to be able to hear you.
So for anybody that's listening, this is going to be a moment of
I'll explain as he does it.
Okay, I'm going to just move my microphone to right here so we can do it.
He doesn't trust me.
No, I do not. Okay, so focus camera. Come on, we can do it. I turned it on autofocus for a reason. Focus. Hello.
You might have to back up anyway.
Am I too close? Okay, well, let me see. Come on. We'll go back to manual focus.
Oh, sketchy business.
See.
I'm rough on manual focus.
I'm good. Okay. So we're here. So, audio listeners, sorry. But see how you could see through the lens? This is the aperture. when you go smaller. See how you don't see any light now? Well, this is for the video watchers, not the audio listeners. You guys are the audio people. Enjoy my explanation. So the blades of the lens, see how it opens and closes?
The blades.
Yeah, it's the blades of the aperture. Like this one has like 12 or 14 or something like that. But so you could see through it and you see. So when the aperture is all the way open like this, that means it's letting in a ton of light and the number is really low. So like this number is 2.8. No, this number is 2. But then when you go higher, the number, it goes higher, which like right now it's at 8.
So it's how much light you're letting through
Yes.
because of how big or small
Because of
the
how,
not shutter is.
because of how much room you're letting the glass go through to the sensor. So there's just a little dot in the middle that you're letting go through to the sensor versus the whole glass is going. And that's why you get the depth of field getting shallower, because you're only shooting through the center of the glass. So the curvature of the glass.
You are speaking a different language for a whole lot of people.
But look, this is a pretty good explanation. See, it's like
It
big,
is.
open, closed.
It is, but you
Bright,
saying
dark.
depth of field, half the people watching and listening aren't going to even know what you're talking about.
Okay, so if you're watching this, see how. That's okay. It's $200 one.
Oh my gosh. That is not the first time we have dropped a lens.
No, that's a story for a moment from now.
Oh,
Okay, so
that hurt my heart.
It's okay. So the depth of field is see me how I'm in focus, and see how Nicole over there is not in focus. That's the depth of field. So this is relatively shallow. Okay. Anyway,
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay, wait. What was I talking about? Oh, I gotta focus back here.
That a lens dropping to the ground hurts. Like I have a physical reaction.
Yeah, I was not stoked about that, but you can't win.
How did it hit the ground?
I do not know.
We'll have to see if it works still.
Well, here's the fun part. The most important part still works.
Okay. That looks so cool.
See? That's why I
really
was
does.
showing it.
So, okay, the way I know Aperture is because Aperture Science is the like company in that game you
So
like
see the tattoo here? Where is it? That one?
on the camera.
Yeah, the camera, the thingies, that's the aperture.
What
The aperture
game is that?
rings. Portal. You
Portal.
said Portal.
No, I said the game you like.
Oh, I thought you said Portal.
No, I couldn't remember the name.
What was I talking about?
I think we may have told.
Hold on. What was I talking about? I was explaining the
There's a
camera
third
stuff.
thing. ISO, aperture.
Shutter speed. But why did we go into the because I changed a thing on the camera. So the camera, Sony updated their cameras. I use Sony cameras. We use Sony cameras mostly.
This will not all be about cameras.
No,
this
it won't.
podcast.
But they updated it so the 180 degree rule.
Right.
Oh wait, so I didn't finish and then shutter speed. The higher the number, the faster the click. So the darker.
faster it takes the picture.
Yeah. So the darker the image. So the slower.
Because it doesn't let as much light in.
Because it goes boop versus.
This is why on the iPhone now, when you're taking a picture at night and you have to hold it still, it's because it's doing that.
It's called a long exposure. Yep. Okay. So.
I'm so proud of myself when I know things about cameras.
Okay. So then now that we go to the video side, there's a 180 degree rule, which shutter speeds are related to traditionally the speed at which the shutter clicks, which most movies are 24 frames a second. Most TV is 30 frames a second, I think. And then
I like 60.
Video games are 60 and 120 and higher.
Got it.
24, the reason that they picked that is because it's the most like natural to our eyes in the motion that our brains comprehend. That's what the blur of like your hand going by is.
Which I hate.
And then 30 is, I don't know. I think
it's more natural.
Some people like more like 30. Some people like 24. It doesn't matter to me really.
The reason I like 60 for my stuff is because when I'm skating, I hate when there's like a blur of me.
And that's the beautiful part that people obsess over for cinema.
Right.
But anyway, but so there's those shutter speeds, and with cameras, it's kind of like a debated rule thing where it's called the 180 degree rule. And what that means is with your camera, you do double the shutter speed of whatever the frame rate that you're shooting is. So if you're shooting 24, you'd shoot 48. If you're shooting 30, you'd shoot 60. If you're shooting 60, you'd shoot 120, blah, 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 right? But so like most cameras that are not film cameras don't have the perfect 180-degree rule allowed. So forever until a couple weeks ago, Sony only let you get to 1/50th of a second for 24 frames. So you were never exactly the 180-degree rule. You were always just slightly faster. And then they updated the cameras, and now you have 1/48th. They've never had that before, and I was like, oh. And so I don't know that I've seen a difference. I don't know that I will see a difference.
What is the point?
It's the perfect doubling of the shutter opening and closing for the frame rate versus slightly cascaded off.
Got it.
But what I thought was really annoying.
That makes me happy, like symmetry.
Yeah, what was really annoying is 60 frames a second doesn't have 120. You still get 125.
Ugh.
That's how it's always been. I don't know why they only did it for 24.
Maybe they're testing it out. Maybe that's the most popular thing.
I doubt it, but that's okay. I honestly don't know. But it was one of those things where I was like, this is amazing, while also weird choice, Sony. Like, why didn't you just do all of them? Like, what was the difference?
Yeah.
Maybe you can actually see the difference with the 24, but you can't see the difference with the 120 or the 48, or maybe there's like some weird technical thing
Who knows?
to do the 120. I don't know.
I was just thinking about that with symmetry though, because that does make me happy. And like when I'm creating something, if it's not symmetrical, it drives me insane. But like nothing else in my life is symmetrical. Like nothing. No part of my desk is like evenly. There's things here. There's things here. My face is not symmetrical, but no one's face is. But like
My face is perfect, so don't start down that.
Okay. Let's talk about you and your perfect face.
Okay.
So yesterday was Taylor and I's anniversary.
Taylor and I's anniversary.
Mine and Taylor's.
Yesterday was I's anniversary.
Mine, Taylor and mine and Taylor's. Yeah, that's right.
Me and Taylor's?
It wasn't me anniversary.
It was mine.
The anniversary was mine.
It was my anniversary.
My anniversary. So Taylor and I have 3 different anniversaries because we have the anniversary of when we got together.
Yesterday.
10 years ago yesterday. We have the anniversary of when we got engaged, which is in
next month.
A month. And then we have the anniversary of when we got married.
That's a ways away.
I care most about the one when we got together.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Which anniversary do you care about the most?
Mm-hmm.
There's no wrong answer.
No, I don't. It's the same one.
You're like,
yesterday.
None of them.
Yeah, none of them. I'm just counting down the days.
And we're done.
No, yesterday's for sure.
Yeah. And it's like, it's so funny to me because my mom always gets mad because she's like, wait, what anniversary is it? Like when I post about it. And she's like, I can't keep track. It's like, that's the only one I really care about. Like, yes, I'll post and we'll like celebrate. We'll do a little something on like every anniversary. But that is the anniversary I care about because that's like when, even though we weren't married or anything, it's like the start of us. But 10 years, that is a very long time. What grade would we be in if we were 10 years old? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5th grade.
Wow. We're 5th graders.
I knew a lot by
We're
5th grade.
Total POSs then.
No, I was so sweet.
Were you?
Yeah. Ask, no, Mrs. Smith was 4th grade. I don't remember my teacher in 5th grade. I didn't like my teachers in 5th grade, so they probably don't remember me either.
I was in private school still.
Yeah, you were. You didn't come over to my school until 6th grade. And I didn't know you. I just knew you were a new kid.
What if it was my school?
It's my school.
I ran the place, huh?
You came to 6th grade the same year as another kid Nick. Can't remember his last name. But you two were the like new kids that year.
Couldn't tell you.
I think you were the only two new kids. But I didn't know who you were. Nick was in my class, so I knew him. Who did you have in 6th grade? What teacher?
What is this, quiz in my childhood?
I don't know that I've ever asked you that.
I don't know. Who
Taylor
are the
and I-
teachers?
I don't know that I even remember my teacher.
Does Maris thing sound right?
Yeah.
Probably that one.
Wow. That's impressive.
Look at me
Cooney
go.
and Watkins. I think that was 6th grade. I had 2 teachers.
I had one.
But Taylor,
Why am I yawning?
because it's morning. Well, it's
It's
afternoon.
one.
Taylor
Sorry, guys.
and so Taylor went to school with me since 6th grade, but we did not have any.
Went to school with you. You ran the place, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't have any classes together at all until senior year. So we never spoke to each other until the first day of senior year.
Let's also place set that the college. Well, we also went to the same college.
We didn't see each other at all.
Hold on. The high school that we went to had 4,000 kids in it when we were there.
Yeah, but the middle school didn't.
Sure, but 4,000 kids
It's a lot.
is a lot of people. So for anybody that's like, how did you not know everybody? Well,
I didn't know anybody.
our graduating class was over 900 students. So
Yeah.
it was 3/4 of a football field of chairs to go
Yeah.
through when we graduated. So
And there was
That's
a
a-
Laker game, a playoff game happening.
that's irrelevant to the story of how many people there was. So
There was a lot of people.
I think it took longer to say the names than it took for all the speeches.
Yeah, I almost didn't go because I was like, that's going to take far too long.
Yeah, it took a long time.
um,
It sucked that we had to go back to our seats and just sit there. No phones allowed.
yeah, and you're early in the alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
There was no phones allowed, but Daniel Lenhart next to me had his phone. Again, because of the Laker
you got
game.
the like robes. How do you get your phone out? I had my phone with me.
He had it taped to his inner thigh. Because he thought they might.
I literally had mine in my
down.
pocket.
Why I remember all of this, I don't know.
I was the type of person that was like, you're going to tell me not to do something. I'm going to do whatever I wanted anyway. And if you're going to fight me over it, I'm like, dude, I'm graduating. What are you going to do? Not give me my diploma?
And he is still that person.
How'd it go? I still have a high school diploma. Do I know where it is? Nope. It's probably in a
I
box
know where
somewhere.
yours is.
Do you know where yours is?
No, but I know where yours is.
Well, at least one of us graduated high school.
Yeah. I also have my AA from college.
You're
Alcoholics Anonymous.
I don't think I
Not
ever got
that.
that far. I got the recording certificate.
Yeah.
Did I?
You didn't get
Did
your
I finish the
AA.
recording certificate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We were together then.
Glad one of us confidently knows that.
Were we together then? Yeah, we were together then. Anyway, yeah, so we didn't speak anything until the first day of senior year. And do you remember why you spoke to me?
I said your shirt was broken.
My shirt was broken.
You want to know why I remember that?
Why?
Because you remember that.
Because it was so funny. It was such a good, like, if we were a movie, it would have been perfect.
Knowing me then, I was just probably like, your shirt is safety pinned together.
You literally gave me that exact look that you just did. And you said, is your shirt broken?
I just think the concept of a broken shirt and you're choosing to wear that is a dangerous game. And you're just
I didn't choose to wear it. It broke in first period.
oh, well, I don't know.
But you didn't know.
I don't even think I asked that.
No, because I safety pinned it. I asked someone for a safety pin, or I had one, and I safety pinned it because it was like a ribbon strap.
Like a spaghetti strap.
Yeah, but like actual ribbon, and it just
Oh.
ripped. And I was like, oh shoot. And so I safety pinned it. And your reaction to, because you were like, is your shirt broken? And I was like, yeah. So I safety pinned it. And you were like, cool. I like your Toms.
You said that to me?
No.
I said
you
that to you.
me.
I did like Toms. I think I was the first kid at our school to have Toms.
Maybe.
Sounds right.
I was not. But I had kids' Toms that were really cheap
Yeah.
because I had little feet.
I remember when Toms were $35 a pair.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much they are now.
So were Vans. Vans were super cheap.
Mm-hmm. I think Vans were like 40, 39 or something like that.
Because I also had kids' Vans.
Let's see. Let's see how much Toms cost.
If you don't know
Are
what
they
Toms
still?
are, they were these. They have all different kinds now, but back then they were these like slip-on, not moccasins, but like kind of the same idea. And they were just cloth, which like my feet get so sweaty, and that was disgusting.
Oh, they're not that much. They're $50 now.
They still have like the same shape and everything.
Yeah.
Those would actually be really fun for like, oh no, maybe not on cobblestone.
I wore them to Europe. I had a couple pairs that I wore to Europe,
too.
and
Not good.
they were, I don't trust my former self.
Right. I don't
So-
either.
Oh, the soles are much better now.
Yeah. So maybe it would be fine.
Yeah,
Because the soles were really thin, weren't they?
They look like the same thickness, but they were for anybody that knows, it was like a midsole. It wasn't like a lower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like
The whole thing was
it wasn't a hard rubber. It was soft.
Yeah.
It was like how the Nike Air 90 set. No, wait, hold on. Now I'm gonna totally mess. Air Max. I think it's the Air Max 97.
Are they the ones that did the like barefoot thing? Like you were supposed to go barefoot for a day? Or is that something totally different? The early 2000s were a weird time.
Yeah, they did the barefoot for a day thing. Oh, it's just the Air Max 90s, which are like the like sneaker one with the like little bubble on them.
Yeah.
If you flip those ones over, or the Rochers. Do you remember the Nike Rocher?
No.
Oh, okay,
You
hold on.
sound like you're making things up.
No, these ones are the actual example. These ones. They were like
I had those.
Yeah, they were like before the NMDs.
I loved those.
Yeah, so the bottoms of those were like the same
Yeah.
material as Tom's because they didn't have a hard rubber
Yeah,
that
and I
didn't
stepped
wear
on
out.
a rock one time and
it
it went through.
Yep. Yeah, so that was the same material that the Toms were. So
Oh wow, bringing me back.
yeah.
That's wild. Wow.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
where were we going with this? Oh, you said you liked my Toms. I had like 9 pairs of Toms then.
you liked my Toms. I had
I
one
liked
pair
your
of Toms,
Toms. You had
and then
one
I
pair of Toms.
painted my Toms.
I still have the one custom pair of Toms I had. They're pretty
Because
cool.
it was like the canvas ones.
You went and you bought a regular pair of shoes, and you could pick an artist, and like they would.
Yeah, but
make
I
something
didn't do
with it.
that. I just did it.
No, I know. I did the real way. You did the cheapy way. Cheapo.
If you need one thing to differentiate us, he actually had the artist do it. I said, I'm the artist now. But anyway, okay, 10 years. The whole point of this was that when we got together after like a little bit, we were like, okay, I don't want to get married. I don't really know why I was against it. I was just like, I don't need it. Whatever. It seems dumb. And you were like, okay, I don't have to pay for a wedding. Sick. I feel like that was your reaction to it. You're like, okay. And
But I also didn't care about being married.
yeah, it just like wasn't a thing. And then we were like, okay, so if we make it 10 years, and I remember it being if we make it 10 years.
Yeah, and I did the same thing I do now. I was like, what do you think this is? Amateur hour or what?
And then we'll have a party. And like that will be our wedding. But joke's on us because we did make it 10 years and we already got married. And so yesterday we just went out to Starbucks and then to get dinner.
Yeah, but more specifically, we went to the Starbucks where we actually like met to hang out,
Yeah, which was very cute. I'm glad you wanted to do that.
which is not a Starbucks anymore. It's currently a nothing.
It's going to be a Greek place. But they had these tables outside that were not comfortable. Like when we went there, when it was a Starbucks, those were not very comfortable tables and stuff.
It was like the rubber coated chain link tables.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe
No,
that.
that's a good description. And yesterday when we went, we're like, I don't know if there's any seats here, but they had like these nice dining tables outside. And I was like, whoa, that's neat. That's an upgrade. But it's been really funny to like look back at photos and look back at stuff from back then because we look so different. And like we have changed so much, but also not at all. Like
You can't say we've
we've-
changed so much and then not at all. And then
we've
people
talked-
go,
We've talked about this before, but like our core beings are the same. But act different. We do different things. We've been through different jobs. We've like done so much
Yes.
and changed so much over
Yes.
10 years
Yes.
that it can be crazy to like look back at that and think about who we were.
Yes.
Also, we're talking on a podcast, which would have never happened back then.
Yes.
For someone who doesn't stop talking, aka Taylor, he didn't talk back then.
Yes.
You know what? That's the biggest difference, I think.
That I'm a talker now?
Yeah, I think this is why we get into arguments now.
Because I'm willing to talk and you're not?
Yeah, because yes.
Were you going to say because I don't shut up?
Yeah. And so I don't talk.
It's so funny. Yes.
That is the biggest difference. That has been the shift in our dynamic, that Taylor doesn't shut up. What are you doing?
I'm putting the note for this is going to be one of the things. I'm trying to be good about it so I don't have to edit it every day. Okay, guys. When I edit these podcasts, it's been really hard for me to remember timestamps and things. So I've been trying to write them down as they happen or immediately after the podcast. And a lot of times after the podcast, I have no idea when it happened. So then I have to watch the whole thing and refine the like where the promotional little bit is. But I was sitting here saying yes, and the last two of them I was like, oh, these are for the bit. The first ones were just literally
bit.
The other ones were just honest. And then I was like, oh, this will be a funny little promo.
Yeah.
Little promo piece.
Also, we don't edit. Taylor does the podcast. Taylor doesn't edit
I do not.
anything from the podcast. So like what we
take,
say
baby.
is what you get. So that's why he has to write this down, because there's no like other editing. He just pulls the promo from it, which if you've ever done a podcast, that's so scary. I remember the first few times that we recorded, I was terrified that I was going to say something that I didn't want you to keep in.
Yeah. I mean, the first few were definitely, I don't know, the ones where we were like very strictly on topics.
Right.
Were that fear blanketed, or
Yeah,
they were like the
stressful.
blanket of that, so that like we kept it fine. And then we realized that we both are mature enough adults that we're both adults that can handle having a conversation long enough that we're smart enough to not say stuff. But also that is not true, because I have had to edit
I think twice.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 podcasts where I have slipped saying the good old F word.
I slipped.
You slipped
once.
saying something. I don't remember. I think you
But-
said the SH word.
The sh word.
Ooh.
Anyway, today we are going to Disneyland.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And today we go to Disneyland every year, I think, for the past like 3 years with Brian.
Yeah, we do like
Is
multiple
it-
times a year.
But
What's usually the Star Wars time? He goes
yeah,
like
it's
more
his
than
birthday.
once. We
Does
don't
he go
normally go on
for-
his birthday. Does he? Does he?
I gotta look
Doozy?
at doozy.
I don't know.
I gotta look at my photos to see when. But anyway, our trainer, Brian.
We could just call him a friend.
Yeah, but what I'm about to say
Let's-
is about
Oh, okay. So he's a trainer.
me being fit. It's always so scary because I haven't seen him today. I haven't seen him in. When did we go over to his house? Like 3 weeks? 4? No, it's been longer than that.
No, like 2 months ago.
Oh, and I've only like inched toward my goal since then, and I'm proud of myself for the work I've done. But I always get very like, I don't want to see him.
That's so funny.
But I want to see him. But I
I-
don't want to see him.
I don't. I think you're fine.
I know.
You're fine.
But I fully understand. Like, I have people tell me this all the time when like they're going to take a private lesson and they haven't practiced or something. And they're like, I want to see you, but I don't want to see you because I don't want to show you what I
Haven't done.
haven't done. Yeah. And it's like, when I'm on the other side of it, I'm like, I don't care. Like, let's work. Let's continue the work. But when I am the person who doesn't want to, yeah, it's scary. I don't like it.
That's fair. I don't have that sentiment. I just have soreness.
Taylor did legs 2 days ago, and I did not.
But that
So
one
I'm
hasn't
not
been
sore.
bothering me nearly as much. I don't know what. I think I'm just tired. It might also be the food we ate yesterday that was super salty, but that doesn't seem like that would do.
Oh,
I don't know.
so good.
It was good, but I woke up today really tired and really sore, which makes a lot of sense why I'm yawning a lot on here. And then
yeah.
Yeah.
Starbucks has buy one, get one.
I know. I saw that. Noon to 6.
I don't love going to Starbucks so much, but it's been really convenient. And it's not so much caffeine that's like gonna mess me up.
Depending on how our day goes, I should make coffee then go to Starbucks.
Oh, you're a wild one.
Well, with how tired I've been.
Yeah.
And if we're going out to Disneyland, I'm going to exert the energy of whatever I get from Starbucks. So I might as well
You gonna do laps?
There's children. Yes, I will do laughs.
Yeah, that's fair.
And hopefully I don't have to Nacho Libre and get another butt cramp.
Never ever have to Nacho Libre.
No,
you don't have to.
I'm pretty sure I have to.
You don't?
If you haven't heard that story, it's in one of our earlier podcasts. I'm pretty sure we chaptered it. So you can
also
find it.
with Brian. And Brian said, just never do that.
I'm pretty sure I'm okay now. I'm not going to test it probably, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay.
Someday he's going to test it.
I just feel like I'm a lot better about it now. And I do have a lot more muscle. And when we do any of the Pilates stuff, it's that same thing and I don't get a cramp. So I feel like I'm okay.
You should definitely do the Pilates workout I did today.
That one looked wild.
It was wild.
The inner thigh situation seemed miserable.
Yeah. It was a lot of band work around your thighs and
Band work.
There's 2 Pilates instructors on Apple Fitness that we like.
I think there's only 2 instructors on Apple Fitness.
Oh, really? I don't think so.
I think so. I think it's both of them.
Well, Daryl's our favorite, but Marimba, is that her name?
Shout out Daryl if he listens to
Shout
our
out
podcast.
Daryl. She is a dancer. So
that makes sense.
Her workouts and the way she moves is more.
It's 1 p.m.
It's time for the cats to eat.
Dang it.
It's more ideal for my body because the way she rarely has you flex your feet. It's always pointed toes and movements that work better for me. That I think you would hate.
Then why do you want me to do it?
Because I think it would be really good for your body.
Well, I think it would be really good for your body to do more.
Yes, that's why you do the Bakari hit workouts that you love, and I hate them.
I don't like those.
But they're good for me.
Yeah,
but I hate them.
They're good for me too.
I love Bakari.
I did one, I think that was 20 minutes, and I was like, no.
I got worried my heart was going to explode the last time. Okay, if anyone can tell me how high your heart rate should get during a...
What was the guy that you sent me the Instagram? 240 or something like that? I think that's your limit.
There was a... Have we talked about that?
No.
There was a man back in I think...
World War II?
I was going to say the Cold War. I don't know. Back in the day. And he was skiing. Now I've lost all of my information. I was going to say in the Alps, but
no, it was not.
It was not the Alps. He was running away from the Russians, and he was skiing, and him and his troop were all on skis, and they needed to get away, and they needed to get faster and stay awake and keep going. So he took, was it meth? It was whatever pills were
It was sanctioned by the military at that time.
Yeah, for the military. It was in pills. And he couldn't, because he was skiing and stuff, he couldn't take just one. So he just emptied the whole bag into his mouth and ingested them. And he went for days.
1944, he was Finnish.
Oh, okay.
And it was his ski unit, and they were in the Arctic Circle, and they were under attack by Soviet soldiers. And he accidentally took the whole 30 pills of pure meth. They made sure to say pure meth.
And he made it. Did they say if his troop made it?
Let's see. He managed to make it back to safety after having traveled a total of 250 miles, 400 kilometers. He weighed 94 pounds, and his heart rate was still pumping at 200 beats per minute. He lived until the age of 71 and passed away in 1989. I
So
just like,
200. That's actually, I mean, yes, that's high, but my heart rate,
hold on though. How long did it take him to go 250 miles?
it was
Like,
days.
it doesn't say how many days.
Are you sure? It's a long read. I told him, like, I sent it to him and I was like, read this when you have some time.
This is like the craziest story.
But like 200.
It doesn't say how many days. But to go 250 miles?
Can you Google how high a heart rate can get before exploding?
At what heart rate does your heart explode?
What a Google search.
This says predicted maximum heart rate is 220. Oh, 220 minus your age? Wait, hold on.
Oh, no. I'm almost there.
Hold on. That seems incorrect.
So some workouts.
Hold on. I don't trust a website that's a... Hold on.
Okay, let me explain myself.
You can go.
So I have pretty good cardio.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I have pretty good cardio health because skating, I used to do like endurance skating.
Yeah, brag about it.
Yeah, I will brag about it. It was a lot of work. And it takes a lot, or it used to take a lot to get my heart rate up. I used to like have to watch baseball games while I was on the elliptical in order to get my heart rate up. I found that running works better to like keep it up and like maintain it. But the HIIT workouts on Apple Fitness, I don't know what happens to my body, especially Bakari's HIIT workouts. My heart rate gets so high. Like, I think 170 the past few times is like where it sits, which on like leg day, my heart rate can get up to like 160. But anything past 160 is terrifying to me. And I think I think I'm fine because I feel that feeling. And I remember back to like when I was competing and training, my heart rate would be higher and like more intense than that during my freelance programs. So I think I'm okay. But I was also 15 at that time, and now I'm 31. So I don't know if I'm going to hurt myself.
Yeah, I don't think you'll hurt yourself. It does say subtract your age from 220.
Okay.
That's the best information I'm finding, which would be
189. Did I just do math really quickly?
Yeah. So mine would be 188.
Okay, so my heart will explode if it goes 19 beats per minute up. That's doable.
I don't think it's as doable as you think it is. I think that's like one of those sliding scales that it's like, yeah. You know, like the arch this way. So it's like really quick to get up, and then it's like really hard to go higher. Because like when I do the elliptical, I get to like 160 and it kind of hangs unless I slow down.
Because my typical for like the treadmill is like 147.
Which is insane. Even when you're running, it's 147?
Yeah, it can go up like into the 50s. If I'm sprinting, it can go up to like 160.
That's so crazy because like my heart rate doesn't get as high. I mean, it gets high when I do the HIIT stuff, but it's more exhausting to do HIIT workouts versus like I think my heart rate gets higher.
Your heart rate gets higher when you're doing cardio.
Because
I can see when you're doing workouts on the TV, and mine is always at least 20 higher than you.
Yeah, the elliptical, it's like it hangs at like 160. Like here, what did I do yesterday?
Because we were doing Pilates the other day, and yours was so chill.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't do anything to me. I mean, it does, but it's not like crazy.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, my heart rate I was at 159 for 11 minutes. And I was at 160 to 171 for 8 minutes.
But then it's like I never make it to zone 5. I doubt I ever make it to zone 4.
I mean, I don't make it to zone 5. that's so much exertion. I don't even know if I could go that fast for long enough to get my heart there. Because even in any of the workouts, like weightlifting and stuff, my heart doesn't go that high.
Wow.
Yeah, like the workouts now, my average is 120.
Huh. Okay. So speaking of all this working out, I haven't been working out as much this week.
How dare you?
I know. But I actually feel pretty good. So I'm not mad at it. I've done Pilates. I haven't done cardio other than like walking at Disneyland.
I'm in the weird spot that I keep finding myself in where it's like almost the obsessive, like, but I think it's because it's still kind of new to me, where it's like if I stop, it's going to go away forever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lose everything that I've worked this hard for a year and however long for, a little over a year for.
I had the opposite of that, where like when I was working out really hard, I was gaining so much muscle and gaining so much weight that I was like, I'm ruining everything, because I was like trying to get rid of fat, which I wasn't ruining everything. That was delusional, but I was putting on weight.
Yeah, mine is, I'm seeing the results now more than, like, the scale is not saying anything relevant or useful to me.
No.
But the general, like, what I see is actually changing in the direction that I'm excited about. So, that's good. But
we have 36 days from today.
Yep.
We've set goals, and I have a little countdown on my home screen, and it's 36 days.
I was thinking about getting that countdown as well, and then I was like, I'll just kind of wing it. It's not like I don't know that the goal's coming. It's not like
I
I'm
forget.
Not.
I have to have things directly in my face for me to not forget.
Yeah, remember that time I told the story about the cat throw up that you left for super long?
Yeah, there's a little poop streak right there that I just saw as I walked over here.
So you're telling me that you've left streaks?
No, I'm telling you that you left it.
How dare you?
Two can play this game.
How dare you? How dare you?
Taylor likes to quiz me, and that's dumb.
Well, sometimes I do. This one was more of a just like, it's not hurting any. That one was more like, it's not hurting anybody. I'm curious to see how long it takes you to see.
I'm great at ignoring things.
Yep, you really are.
Like, I literally have to put, did you see that note that I clipped up there?
Yeah, but do you actually even look at it though?
Yeah. That's why I put it right there. But like, if you put something up there, I don't think I'll see it.
You'd never know it was there.
Mm-mm.
I know.
Yeah. It's a shame.
You can change that.
I'm actively working on that.
Glad there was a pause. Glad there's activity.
Activity.
Said that one weird. Say that 2 times fast, huh? God. I feel like I had something more to offer on this podcast, but I don't know.
Poopcast.
It's not. We're not doing that. I do want more coffee though. I am feeling a little lull today.
Whenever I want more coffee, I get so excited.
I get really excited when you make coffee because it smells really good. Because when I do espresso, it doesn't really like, you smell it, but it's not long.
Yeah,
it's
not
very
really.
like, okay, hey, you got it. Okay, it's gone. Yep, sweet. See you later.
Yeah. I do love
Big
the
gulps,
smell. I love the smell of coffee. But yeah, that's another one where I'm like, again, am I going to make my heart explode? Like, am I having too much caffeine?
You're not drinking that much coffee.
It is, yeah, it's my drug of choice, caffeine.
I mean, you do drink a lot more caffeine than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't.
But I haven't been
often
the past few days.
Right.
I've only had the one. And then if we want to get Starbucks, then I have Starbucks. So
yeah, but Starbucks is like, that's like laughable amounts of caffeine.
2 pour overs is a lot of caffeine.
That's like 600 milligrams.
But I was doing that for a hot second.
Yeah, when you need to get that up and up, you just send it.
But I was like waking up at 8 and going to bed at like 11.
What does that have to do with anything?
To have that much caffeine through that period of time and then sleep like a baby, that's kind of crazy.
You're not using the caffeine to fuel energy to keep you up. You're using the
No.
caffeine to focus and get things done fast.
I just like the taste of it. I used to hate on people drinking decaf, but now I get it.
Decaf never tastes as good as regular coffee. Don't even look at me like that.
I feel like Bodhi has done pretty good.
Bodhi's done okay, but they don't sell a lot of it.
No, because
Yeah, because who are you? Decaf.
they do a half calf. They do a... One of these days, I'm going to be that person.
And I'm going to
One of
make
these
fun
days.
of you for eternity.
That's okay. I can take it.
No, you can't. I don't want it.
Get out of my house. Decaf, get out. Imagine a coffee shop that you like come in and you're like, hi, do you have decaf? And they're like, get out.
Leave.
That used to be my thought. Now I get it. I
Banished.
honestly do.
I've been getting, I hadn't seen these until recently, so I don't know if maybe the algorithm just decided to give them to me, or if they're new, if more people are buying espresso machines and wanting people to talk about them. But like there's all the like espresso machines at the party and like the things. I thought the one from Central Intelligence was so funny.
It was really funny.
The espresso machine, it's like it's a meme where it's like, you finally convince your girlfriend, or I think it's a girlfriend,
I think it did.
to let you get the espresso machine, but you didn't tell her about the burr grinder, the like
Filters,
tamper, the filter, all the things. And it's the scene. I hope you all have seen Central Intelligence. It is an unbelievably funny movie.
It really is. You should see it.
It's a scene where The Rock is talking to Kevin Hart, or their characters are talking to each other, and The Rock is like, are you in or are you out? And Kevin Hart's like, I'm out. And he's like, no, you're already in. He's like, well, then why'd you give me the option? He was like, because I was hoping you'd say, I'm in, Bob. And then it would be this really cool moment. But you now kind of ruined it for me. So
Taylor sends this to me, and it's talking about the espresso machine. And I was like, haha, funny. Also, there are so many things in our life that this applies to. And then literally 2 hours later, we are looking to buy this little camera. And then he's like, okay, check out. Cool. Okay. Also, we need this and this and this and this. And I was like, uh-huh.
I blame Nick from Collegium.
It is fully his fault. 100%. We went into a shoe store, not even looking for shoes. It's a shoe store, a company that we like called Collegium. But I was looking for their bags. I wanted to see if they had any like updated bags. And Nick, the owner, was there, and he starts talking about cameras with Taylor. And
because
then
I had my Leica on my shoulder.
And then he pulls out like this little camera, and he's like selling us on this camera. We didn't talk about shoes. We didn't talk about anything in that store.
He was uninterested in selling us anything that he actually makes. He didn't even realize, well, he didn't even ask or get to the point of me knowing, or him knowing that I have stuff from them.
No, you told him eventually.
Yeah.
But he did not care at
No,
all.
he was like, oh, cool. And then kept going by cameras.
It
was like,
really
yes.
funny.
I was like, that's the moment right there.
It was really cool. It was a good moment, but it was really funny. And I pulled out my camera that was in my bag, and he laughed at me, and he's like, oh, I have one too.
Yeah. Well, it's because he and I both, like, I have a Leica, and if you don't know anything about cameras, Leicas are, for lack of a better way to put it, it's kind of like having a Rolex of cameras. It doesn't really technically do anything more than like an Apple Watch or anything else. But the price tag is not quite the same realm as
it's a camera.
Yeah, but it's not quite the same realm. But so sometimes, depending on the person that has it, like there's some people that just buy the most expensive thing to have the most expensive thing.
Right.
Also, it's not the most expensive thing. But then there's other people who genuinely buy it because of what it is and the quality that it is, even though they know that there's something that they could use that's cheaper that does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But like when you get the people that are like-minded, like he and I, about it and are excited about the products and like the products, it's a very like bonding thing. And for anybody that has a Leica camera, you very, very much so know what it looks like with the person, because they're
Yeah.
very, I wouldn't call it iconic, but they're very recognizable
Yeah.
because the body styles, they've
It's
made,
unlike any other camera.
yeah, they've made, I think 3 versions or I think they made 4 versions of the camera that I have. And the body has been the exact same on all 4.
Yeah.
And then they have another model that's like their most popular model that is is a digital version of their film cameras that they've been making since the 20s or since the 10s or something of the 90s or the 1900s. So like 1910 or 1920, whenever the first one came out, the body shape has been almost the exact same for over 100 years. But now it's just digital versus whatever.
Wild.
So when you see the cameras and when you use the cameras, they're the same. So if you know them, if you've looked at their website, if you've looked at them at all, and someone has it, you're like, I know exactly. And so it's like when you're willing to have the conversation, like I've literally now met 2 people that have been really cool that I've still remained connected with in some way.
Coffee shop.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. His name is Mark from the coffee shop. He literally was down here
Wait,
the
where
other
were we?
day.
Oh, Northern California.
Yeah, we were up north. But he was down here the other day and he was posting at a bunch of coffee shops and I suggested a couple to him.
That's
And
why you
then-
asked.
yeah.
Okay.
And then he was like, we need to hang out the next time that I'm here. And I literally have not hung out with him ever outside of 10 minutes of conversation at most at a coffee shop in Palo Alto. But we followed each other on the internet and the connection of just like, we
love
like
that.
a lot of the same things just fell into that. And it's like, it's
Yeah.
kind of the same thing with like Nick or anybody else that like has that. You just find the people that you
Yeah.
like, that you relate to. And that there's not so many of them. That's the thing
Yeah.
too, is like when you see somebody who actually knows and cares about that product, it's not like buying an iPhone or buying like, I don't know, whatever your favorite thing is. If it's a popular thing, it's not like buying that thing. It's got to go be the like rare, special niche thing that you're like, wait, I have that too. And I love that.
Mhm.
Right. That's what,
It's people who wear Harlocks.
yeah. See, there you go. It's just the people like, so Harlock is a great one. So it's like anybody that has Harlocks, you're like, you get it.
Yeah.
You totally get it. I'm going to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was cool. And then I thought it was hilarious that he started suggesting other cameras that are completely unrelated.
Yeah, I know. But then
that.
it was so funny because like I pulled mine out and I was like, look at mine. But it was the reason I pulled it out was I felt like a little sibling, like I have one too.
It totally felt the way you did it too was exactly that. You're like, I got one too. And we both were like, I genuinely like your camera, but I was like, it's such a funny
It
like
was
moment.
really funny. But the reason I took it out was because yours was like its normal size. His was huge
Yeah, because he has
because of the case.
Yeah, because the case he has on it. Well, he doesn't want to get his messed up, and I just kind of like own
Yeah,
that.
but
mine's getting
I
messed up.
wanted to see how tiny mine was next to it. That's
That's why
I
you
took
got
it
it out. Yeah.
And I wanted to like feel the weight of it. So that's why I handed it to him and I was like, feel how light this is. Because I expected his to be heavier because of all the stuff.
But it's not that heavy. I mean, it was heavier, but
looked
it wasn't.
heavy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I felt silly. I felt like
It was very silly. The one thing that I noticed yesterday.
I just wanted to be included.
Yeah. So funny. The one thing I noticed yesterday, though, that I'm a little bummed about is that the zippers from the bomber jacket are
Oh,
really hard, and it scraped a bunch of the paint off the bottom of the Leica. So it's a little more silver than I wanted.
I kind of like that though.
I like it too. It looks like it's getting used. I've had it for how long now? Is it almost a year?
Whenever we played pickleball,
Yeah, when did I get the Q3?
I don't know why that's what I remember, but I think I remember because Tom was there. And he has the Q2.
Tom.
Isn't that his name?
Oh, yes. Oh, no, that's old. That's June 5th? Does that feel right?
Yeah. It was hot. It was summertime. So yeah.
That's very funny. I typed Leica and it took anything that said
Yeah.
like it on it with words.
I was looking for my skate choreography
Uh-huh.
and I found it, but I typed skate hoping that like the song would come up in the video, and it did, but it was every photo of a skate or
Yeah.
something with a skate, which is out of 4,500 photos on my phone is about 4,000. So I was like, oh, that was only so helpful, but I got it. Also, I've seen that a few more people are building this Lego, and it is so cute.
I love that. July 7th, maybe?
I don't know.
No. Who? What day is this? June 7th. So I don't think I had it then. I think July 7th.
I have a video
August-
of you opening it. so-
August 10th, I have both. Oh, no, wait, that's film. So I had gotten rid of it. That's just when we had,
developed the film.
yeah. So I think it was July. Wow, I've almost had it for a year. Jeez.
Time flies.
Wow.
Jeez, wow.
Gee willikers.
There you go.
Cheese
I
and
was going to say
crackers.
Ollie Golly, but that's Golly Ollie Wally.
All of this
What
hurts
is the
me.
saying?
I don't know. What's the saying?
I don't know.
Gee whiz. Golly Wally?
Golly Wally, that's not right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how to help you.
Anyway, all right.
Are we done?
Yeah.
We're wrapping her up?
Yeah. I'm going to start ending these like, what's his name that you listen to?
What? What do I listen to?
He
What?
says, I'm done.
Well, I'm done.
Yeah. What's his name?
Gerald Undone.
Gerald Undone.
Gerald Undone.
Still can't decide if I don't know. There's something about his energy. He's like too calm.
Too just straightforward about it.
I need a little more excitement
That's fair. Yeah, he
in
doesn't
my
really.
tech reviews.
Yeah, he doesn't really get excited about much.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Thank you so much for being here.
But
we are gonna have more coffee.
oh yeah. If you
Oh yeah.
if you like this episode, if you like us, please please subscribe, please.
Leave a review.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. I thought a wire outside was down, but it's our bistro lights. That the lights, the sun's hitting it weird. Anyway, if you if you like us, please like, subscribe, please. Yeah,
All the things.
send it. Turn on them notifications, baby.
Yeah.
If you want episodes early, you can sign up. Did you already do this? You can sign up on glitterandcatlitter.com or on the YouTube channel.
The YouTube channel.
The YouTube channel. Big gulps, huh? All right.
See you later.
See you later.